I'm going to be talking about direct cinema, which was a movement that went from 1958 to 1962. Direct cinema is known to be the father of modern-day documentaries. It influenced documentaries by using new equipment and using a fly-on-the-wall type of format by not engaging with the subject. This is still used today. Direct cinema is known to be similar to the French movement Cinema Verite. However, the French movement has the filmmakers interact with the documentary subject, but the goal of direct cinema is to be unobtrusive, and the camera should not alter the outcome of these events. The filmmakers of this movement wanted to change the nature of normal documentary films. By getting rid of narration and interviewer questions, the filmmakers wanted to film the events as they happen with no interference or pre-planning. This movement is based on the ideal of realism in cinema and new equipment. The new equipment allowed small filmmakers in a crew of like 1 or 2 people on small budgets to film with no interaction with the subject in the documentary. The Maysles brothers' most well-known works in direct cinema were Salesman, Gimme Shelter, and The Grey Gardens. The brothers let the story play out as the camera rolled. They saw the camera as an objective observer instead of a director. Robert Drew imported the same ideas around photojournalism into cinema. He wanted to capture life in the raw. The Drew associates with Richard Leacock, D.A. Pennebaker, and the Maysles brothers worked together and created Primary, a documentary of the presidential campaign of 1960s. We'll be watching that, a clip from Primary, Salesman, and Gimme Shelter.
This is the best voice that America can have when the people
and that's John F. Kennedy and his wife. And this film is basically filming him as he goes through the presidential campaign.
1/3 of the precincts in. Only reckless people do that, and radicals, and I'm a conservative, prudent man.
You look awfully satisfied right now, Senator.
The camera
I'm pleased.
points directly to the audience reacting instead of the subject himself. Often the people reacting when the subject walks by. For example, when the senator was talking,
I always said I wanted to win the majority
to show people reacting as he goes.
Senator Kennedy is headed for a 2-1 victory, but this is short of the margin he needs to get his bandwagon rolling. Neither man has been knocked out. And in national standing, they remain about where they stood before the primary.
The next one is Salesman.
Well, I have to get it for $6 a month.
Others. And this was about a man trying to sell Catholic Bibles to people, and it kind of showed the economic problems that people were having because they were unable to buy these Catholic Bibles a lot of the time. And the tough life of the salesman, obviously. So they definitely filmed as the story went on. They didn't pre-plan, and you can tell by the shaky camera work. Gimme Shelter.
Oh, yeah.
This is also with the Maysles brothers. And again, this often filmed the audience reacting to the Rolling Stones singing, as you can see here and here. And because of the new equipment, they were able to film in concert settings like this.
The first time in 3 years, the greatest rock and roll band in the world, the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones. Welcome to the breakfast show.
excited. Thank you for listening.